What is up? Week 2, RDL, RUDL, season 6.5. Right now, just waiting till 7. Yeah, it should be fun. It's been a very interesting week so far. I haven't really been keeping up with these games specifically. I wanted to try something out where I don't really watch the games beforehand, and then, you know, this is literally gonna be my first time reacting to all of these games except for my own game. So we have all of week 2 here. I didn't bother including the rest of week 1. I probably actually should pull up week 1's standings if I have them. And if I don't, no biggie, but I think I do, so I should see that. Screenshot. Desktop. Or download them. I know I could, but yeah, I was gonna blur out the name. So I do have here. Actually, I believe I literally just made. Okay, it's 7 now, so we will shortly begin. But yeah, I believe I did just put them in. I just made it so that or no, I did that for kill leaders. But I'll just read out every team and their standing. So we have the Rock team, we have the Dragon team, which you can currently see right now, the Electric team, and the Ground team all have 3 points. They're all 1-0 in every category with differentials of 9, 9, 7, and 6. We have Ice types, we have Dark, we have Bug, and we have Normal, all with 1 point, and their differentials, I forget the order. I did, okay, 1, -1, -4, and 4 respectively. I read Portland Palafins, which is Normal. That is the best 1-point team right now. And then at 0 points, we have the Psychic team, which you can't see. I think they're the next game or the one after that. We have the Psychic team, which did not play. And so they're at 0.0 differential. And then we have the Water team. We have the Fighting team, which you can see currently. We have the Ghost team, and we have the Grass team. And those are at 0, -6, -7, -9, -9 respectively. So it's been a very interesting first week. I was kind of expecting, you know, with this format, what I was envisioning was a lot more ties. So to only come up with 2 pretty much, because there was only 2 games that tied. Little weird to have 4 games and as you know, actual scores, and 2 as ties, but I'm very curious to see what these games ended as, because I have not, like I said, I have not logged them. I have not seen any of the scores. I think I only know 1, which is like the Bug team did something. I don't really know what, but I saw some of like the stats. I don't even remember them, but I know they were decent. So yeah, I think that's everything. So let's head into this match. We have the Fighting team up against the Dragon team. Very interesting. I think Dragon has a clear, I mean, it's usually going to have a really good matchup, but here, I mean, it's very free. Iron Valiant is not a fairy type where it's just, and Lucario, I should add, are not fairy and steel types where they just come in and take a hit. Like, I guess with Valiant, literally can take an outrage and do something afterwards, but like, if, let's say Garchomp is like, it's like AV or something, and it comes in on Valiant, or it's gonna, let's say it clicks like Scale Shot or something on Valiant, like Garchomp's just gonna EQ afterwards. So it's just one of those matchups where I'm very interested to see how, if it's gonna be like a setup Como, or if it's gonna be like turn 1 Valley is coming in and doing stuff. I think Hydrapple is gonna be really solid because it can either play like this AV role for you know, Como and Valiant, or it can be like this physically defensive wall that's gonna get rid of the Quavel stuff. But even then, like, you have, I'm just very interested to see. And then we have Tatsugiri, which is here. So yeah, let's go into it. So we have Dragonite into Valley lead with a crit Moonblast. Is this just Scarf? No, so it's just okay. Okay, crit right back. I think that's pretty fair. This comes in with the E-Speed. That is very bulky. That is a very tanky Hydrapple on the physical side. Infestation! No freaking way! I love this set so much. That is not how you play Hydrapple. So, that's interesting. Okay, and that's not how you play Valley. So this is a Scarf Latias, I'm assuming. Like, or no, yeah, because it outspits Valley. Freeze? Oh no, I thought a freeze happened. Acid armor. Dude, this doesn't even have is this gonna life do? Oh my god. Brother, it has, okay. It's just gonna Clanger Soul, I imagine. I don't really see what this mod does as of right now. Maybe it has something like Deep Pulse. That's not gonna kill though. Yeah, Como looks really good. I'm gonna say it. I mean, this might be a hot take, but Como looks insane. But also, wait. Oh my, wait. Wait. Let me... Mist Ball Pokemon. Actually, I just bullet ability. That's gonna be really bad if Bulletproof stops Mist Ball. Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, so this had to be like soundproof or overcoat. That is so sad. If this was Bulletproof, this wins. This actually just wins. I don't see what comes in and stops it. Like, that's really unfortunate. So this is gonna come in to that's not enough. This is just gonna kill. That's 4, 3. That's just enough. Copycat Mist Ball. That's really sad. This game could have went the exact other way if this was bulletproof. That is so sad. That is so sad. Mist Ball is a bulletproof. It's a ball slash bomb move, so that would have been blocked. That is, damn, that is really lucky on their side that they were not. They should have ran Psychic. They should have definitely ran Psychic instead of Mist Ball. But luckily it doesn't bite them in the ass. So Dragon Team is going to take a 4-0 win in the singles portion, and in the doubles portion, obviously same team. This is why Riolu's here. Damn, Riolu could have had a win on the singles side by doing absolutely nothing. That is so sad. So next we have, okay, so we have D-Knight. Yo! Life 2 is wild. Okay, this is pretty standard. I assume Fake Out is going to come out on the Tatsu to break that. Tatsu's dead. Oh, that is a support set. I forget I have this. Okay. EQ comes out, it's gonna do some damage. Okay, that is gonna pick up a kill. So what is this? Is this just triple axling? Yeah. Okay. That is a kill. So what comes in? Como Latias. Tantrum, okay. And then this is gonna die. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's so sad, man. I mean, it's a 2-0 loss. It's only a 2-0, so this is what, 6-0 loss in total. This is not Sash. 2-0 loss in total, but it's like, that could have been played. This game could have been played a lot better. If I don't know the calcs, that is the one thing. I don't really know the calcs, so I don't know if it kills Garchomp or if it kills. Well, it would have killed Latias, but I don't know if it kills Chomp. And if it does, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, Mist Ball is a ball move, and this is not bulletproof. So sad. Unfortunately, that's going to be a loss. Another loss for the fighting team, and a win for... Oh my god. And a win for the Dragon type team to put them at 2-0 and the other team at 2. So, I guess we could just get rid of these tabs. And next we have the Psychic team. I told you next. Thank God I was right about that. Very interesting matchup. I believe this is the old team because they did update their team. I haven't put their team in yet because I wanted to wait. Like I said, I wanted to try this out first, and then if it is more, if it's better, then I will, you know, probably stick with this format and then hopefully move these up to Mondays. Yeah, I know it would have been hilarious, but it was not, unfortunate. So yeah, we have this team. There is a Slowking here. I have a tough time saying Ice is gonna win this. I just see the Iron Boulder. I see a Gallade. I mean, I see Expanding Force Mon. I mean, I don't know why Slowking's invisible. I guess it's just chilling already. Turn 0 chilly reception. I don't really know why it's. I mean, I know it's an ice resist, but like, I don't really understand why it's here, because I feel like this is a free. You know, there's a Frostlass and a Weavile, so it's just, I don't know. That's just me nitpicking a little bit, but I see Gallade, I see Iron Boulder, I see Indeedee female, and I don't see how Ice. Well, I mean, I could see how Ice could win this game, but I would assume that Psychic is probably gonna end up winning this game. That is interesting. Well, okay, I understand that, but like, and this went for Taunt, or no, Reflect. Okay. Psychic comes out. Sub Espeon. Okay. Wow. 44. What chip? That was a switch. I don't, what is, why is this all happening? I'm very confused. This is a crazy set. Is this just T-Wave? Iron Defense T-Wave. I don't know what the final would be. Cover, maybe? Why are you staying in? Wait, why is he staying in? Why is he not switching out? Why is he not switching out? You don't win this. You do not win this exchange. You get Encored again, and then you just get Freeze Dry. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe you make a double here, or like you go Espeon. Go Espeon. Come on. Do something cool. No. Yeah, I don't know why you're staying in. You don't win this exchange. There's the Espeon. That should have came out a while ago, because now it's on the sub. Okay. Triple. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a chip. Yeah, Gallade comes out. Okay, and it doesn't do anything because of this. Damn. Frostlass is just owning. Turns for a Boulder is wild. Bro, this Frostlass is just, it's doing too much. This thing should have been priority 1. And it took, oh my god. Okay, now Boulder comes in. Oh. No, it's over. Cloyster comes in. Oh, okay, never mind. This comes in, and it clicks Iron Head for reasons. And then Knock. Slack Off comes out. Wait. Iron Defense. There does nothing. Swords Dance. Why is the Slack Off? Why are you SDing again? Holy moly. Holy moly. Unlike the obvious Scarf Gallade. You're SDing. Oh, that is why you're SDing. I am really smart. Yeah, Lone Sandslash. That, wow. I feel like this was not a well-played game on Psychic's part. Icy Arrow and Smash, Explosion, Debate, Slowking. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot. Dude, I know you. I know you come up with these stupid ass sets that are like insanely awesome and amazing. But yeah, I don't think you would ever bring a set like that. So, it's probably just your standard Smash set, Smash or Pass set. Yeah, I mean, Weavile had an obviously amazing matchup, but I felt like this. I just felt like this game would have been played a little bit better. Like losing in DD as quick as you did, not great, especially when it's your Psychic Terrain Mon, when it's like your whole team is based around it, and you like, where was it? You like sacked it turn 6 or turn 5 or something. Like, I didn't really understand that. Right here, you just sack it. Like, turn 7, sack is insane. This is insane. Why do you just go this? Why do you just let this happen? And then you just stay in again? Like, why not just go Slowking here? You have a Culver Berry. Why not go Weirdier? Why not go Weirdier? Weirdier seems like the mon you bring out. I don't know. Um, but I felt like Psychic could have won this match. And yeah, Weavile had a good matchup, and yeah, Frostlass had a good matchup, and Cloyster has a good matchup. But like, I don't know. I felt like there were definitely ways for Psychic to win this matchup. So that's really interesting. And it was a 4-0 again. A 4-0. Okay. Okay. So now we have the VGC portion. And I forget that, yeah, no, I can check these rosters. So yeah, this is pretty standard. Rock Slide. Sure, I don't really see that. I mean, it is like coverage. No Sheer Cold. Okay, there is Sheer Cold. And then your standard Shell Smash. Why is Protect? I mean, I know it's Protect, but like, what's on this side? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know what the, like, does Slowking even, Slowking does not get body press, right? Like, I don't know. It should have been like Mental Herb or something adjacent to that. I don't know. This is just standard and DD. Life Orb Slowking. Okay. Flame or Weirdier? That is crazy. Okay, Sharpness, yep, Scarf, Band, okay. Pretty standard, pretty standard. I'm assuming this is just gonna be a standard in DD Espeon or probably in DD Weirdier and then Slack Off Flamethrower. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy sets. Crazy sets. Slowking to Indeedee. Yeah. Okay. This is pretty much standard. I mean, Weavile just looks insane. Follow me. Oh, this is just Trick Rooming, isn't it? Oh, wait, this is the Cobra now. This is just Trick Rooming, and then I assume it's gonna click Flamethrower and okay. Is that how Follow Me works? I mean, like, yeah, duh, but like, I mean, it doesn't. It's not like a Protect thing where it like loses its thing after time. Detect. This thing does not get Protect. That's pretty funny. The burn. The burn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, let's see a Sheer Cold. I'm not. Oh, sick. Sick, sick, sick. I will keep that in mind with my Ogre Pot now. Next time. Dog. What the fuck? What just happened? Oh my god, that was so quick. I need to rewind. This is like 4 turns. So Helping Hand comes out, Follow Me, and then Helping Hand. Detect. This Flamethrowers gets the burn. Force doesn't do enough. Why doesn't... Am I stupid? Oh no, that was Slow King that clicked that. Oh yeah. Damn. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about how this team is being used. I mean, Psychic is supposed to be the VGC type. Like, Grass is supposed to be the VGC type as well. Psychic is very much supposed to be the VGC type. So, to have 2 VGC losses already and bring Trick Room with 1, 2, 3 Mons that benefit and bring only 1 Mon is up to something. I mean, I even feel like I love AV. AV Boulder I think is like the best Boulder set, and I feel like it would have been pretty solid here. I know there's obviously a Weavile, but like, dog. Dog. And not having any priority as Psychic is brutal. Like, not even having, well, I know Glade doesn't get like Mach Punch, but like a Vacuum Wave even would have been so nice here. But that is gonna wrap up this. So Ice Team is gonna go to, and I mean, I'm not as surprised, but a 1-1 or a 101 for 4 points, and still 0 points for Psychic Team. So let's move on to the Bug versus Water. So this is the only match where I have like a semblance of an idea of what happened. And I think it's for the VGC part. So very interesting. Yeah, they did make the transaction earlier for Scizor instead of the Cleavor, and I think Cleavor is way better in this format, but that is just me. Bug has a really intriguing matchup against this team because I feel like Water just kind of owns. I mean, like, there's obviously Prankster T-Wave, there's this, which is probably going to throw off maybe Webs. I could see Webs coming. But it's probably going to throw off like Thunders in the rain. I could see Masquerain not even being like a Sticky Web, just being Quiver Dance stuff. Or I think it gets status like Stun Spore and stuff. Yeah, true. But because I'm awesome and I made this format, the points are... If the points were a little bit more forgiving, I think you probably have them. But yeah, the points are just I tried to make them short tangent. I was with the points, my whole philosophy was, before, what we've done in these leagues is we've done a good amount of points, a good amount of mons. You can have however mons you want, but you have to use all your points. And oh my god, voice crack. And I tried to just flip that on its head and just have, you have to draft this amount of mons. But I probably should have given a little bit more points than 70, 80, and 90 respectively, or like, you know, 85 and 75 are also there. But yeah, really interesting matchup. I feel like Water just has a very decent matchup. I mean, Fortress can like set up rocks and do that stuff, but you have possibly Spin, Blastoise, possibly Shell Smash. You know, it's like the cat box or whatever, Schrodinger's cat, whatever. Yeah, I'll be interested. I mean, I think it's just gonna be a Quag Fortress or Quag Gal lead. Okay, that also works because that did so much. Okay, that did a little bit more. This is Specs. This is just Specs Galvantula. And this Politoed is something. Yeah. Yeah. And an extra mon. Sturdy. Oh shit, Sunny Day. Okay. Okay. I see we're trained in the doubles. I see. Light screen. Okay. Spike to spike. This is just defog, right? Whoa! Okay. Against the unaware Quagsire. I see. Whoa! That's even more damage! Okay. Yeah, I think this mon is about to win the game. Because if Politoed comes in, it's just gonna click that again. And then what? And then you go this, which is Swift Swim as well. Jet crit. Crit mattered. Crit mattered. Oh my god. Crit mattered. That is really unfortunate. Underquill is such a crazy name. Because it's not even the, it's just the baby. This is Quiver Dance. Oh my god, I was so right. I got it so right. But this is just Shell Smash. Wow. Alright. Alright. I don't know if it kills. I don't know if it kills. I'm assuming it does, but that is insane. And Bug is gonna end up. Whoa! Why did the animation do that? But also, crazy kill, but this is just dead. This is just dead. So, nice little 2-0 for the Bug type team. Oh, I forgot to say, Water type is a 0-1. And the Bug type team, I believe, is 0-1. So 1 point. Versus 0. Bug type is gonna get the first win. And now, let me just quickly, I want to see these sets. Thunder, Electro Web. Yeah, so this set definitely changed. So I'm assuming before it was Specs. Fake Tears, I love Fake Tears on this one. Covert Cloak is really nice in case there's fake out from this. There is not though. I thought that was Perish again. This is just standard Basque Legion. I don't really like this Blastoise set. Shell Smash Rocky Helmet is very interesting. This is fine for speed control. This is also just speed control. And then on this side, first impression, turn. Standard. Oh shit, screens. Screens Fortress. Okay, okay. Intim, Tailwind. Okay, Bug Bite for citruses. Cool, I think Bug's got this. I thought singles was the matchup that that Water was gonna get, and Bug was probably gonna get the doubles. So if they trade, that would be crazy. But I also think if they steal, then that is something. U-turn comes out on the Rocky Helmet. Probably gonna bring in your favorite Taunt, Overcloak. Stupid. I'm stupid. Electro Web comes out. Holy shit. Holy crap. I mean, I know, obviously, Quillfish does not have double protect as wild. Double protect is crazy. Nah, it's pretty much over. You have Galvantula, which just kind of does some shit. Okay, well, never mind, but it does get the kill. Locax does. Yeah, Galvantula is just crazy. I don't, like, this is just Weather Ball. It's not gonna kill, even if it got the crit. Basque Legion comes out, and this is just gonna... Oh? Sunny Day. Encore. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Locax, you could probably bring in Scizor's last. That's pretty nice because now you have the resist, of course. Okay. Yeah, this game's over. This game's over. Game's over. Just click knock. Huh? What? Okay, I think you are not playing this well. I think you are throwing. I don't understand why knock did not come out. You are throwing. Yeah, no. This is a pretty bad throw. This is a pretty bad throw. Okay. At least okay. That could have gone really bad. That could have gone really bad. Obviously this was so mishandled because this could have easily been, I think, like, what, a 2 or 3-0? Or a 3-0? Click knock! Click knock! Click knock on Basque Legion. And that is that. This mon dies because it's not strong. Like, I don't understand going for a U-turn here. I don't get the play. I feel like knock is really, it's way better. It's just a way better play. But luckily, you know, you get the 2-0 win, and again, another team that wins outright. I love this format. I think it's a really cool format. I just do not think it goes well with monotype. I think monotype just does not work with this format. So hopefully next season, or not next season, but like next half season, if we do this format again, hoping it's just like Nat decks. I think if we're gonna do monotype, I think I forget if it was you or if it was someone else, but somebody said, is it Nat decks? Probably should have done Nat decks because there could have been way more interesting teams and stuff, but that was on me. That was on me. Next, we have a Reg I game first. We have the Dark type team against a Ghost type team. The Ghost type team, 0 points, -9, absolute slaughter for them, or I guess against them, and then Dark type is, I believe, -1 or 4, and they have a point. So, listen, I don't want to be presumptuous. I don't want to, like, you know, I think the Dark type is gonna win. I think they're gonna win this game. I don't know. There's just like this something in the back of my head is telling me that the Dark type have this game, and you know, I think this is very different from a Grass Rock matchup, right? Where it's like, oh my God, Grass should beat Rock because Grass beats Rock, but Rock is neutral to Grass, right? In this situation, Ghost is not neutral to Dark, so I feel like Dark should take care of this game. I don't know why Trackloak is here instead of like a possible Sandcastle. I feel like that probably would have been better, but see, we will see. All right. Trackloak has made its appearance. Infiltrator, screens, and this is Rocky Helmet stall. Stall? Why is it stall? They're not. Okay, double taunt, fine. Oh shit. I didn't even realize this was Zora Kasui, oh my god. Oh, I guess for Prankster, yeah. So we're gonna have T-Wave, Dazzle. Wow, that is some damage. If I've ever seen that. So we get some T-Wave hacks. Yeah, that's the only way you're probably gonna win this game, so I don't hate it. Stop going for Daz. Stop going for Daz. Snarl. Draclo comes out, you get the Para. Wow, 27%. I'm sorry for skipping, but like I don't see how Dark can win this without their 2 best mons. Okay, they got a kill. Okay, they got one more kill than I thought. But I think that is the only kill they will get, if I'm being completely honest. Crunch comes out, Rocky Helmet, fine, Phantom Force, kills. And that's that. Yeah, no, it pretty much went exactly as I thought it would. We don't even have like a Hydreigon come out or a Hammy. So let's get to the singles portion, which I think is very interesting. Very interesting. A lot more interesting than the other because I feel like screens could actually work. But I also think if you just put a Specs on them on, it just looks crazy, this matchup. So we'll see. We shall see. So Ceaseless Edge is gonna this one should be just banned. It sucks. It really sucks. This is banned, by the way, because this is crazy damage. Yeah, no, it should be banned because it sucks. This is Sash. That's crazy. Okay, you get the Focus Blast. This is probably no, it's Frisk. It already. I was gonna say it's probably Zoroark. It's not. This could be Zoroark. Okay, I do not think it's Zoroark anymore. This is the same set. So Prankster, Grim, sub. Let's go! Offensive Grim! That's awesome. That's exactly what I want to say. Hell yes. Offensive Grim is like, if you've never used Offensive Grim, it is so much fun. It is like one of the funnest, if that was a word, Pokemon that I've probably used. Like, it just puts in so much work, and people don't expect it because why did that move come out? We will never know. You know, we will never know. Yeah, I don't really we can. What the hell happened? Why did he just sub like 50 times? The crit is crazy. Crit is crazy. Crit is crazy, but I feel like that could have been played a little bit better. You could have just crunched turn 1, right? Unless I'm missing something. But Hydreigon is just gonna clean. It's just gonna clean, and that's the game. So a little bit better of a performance. It's only a 7-0 loss. But again, another win. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You guys need to start drawing your matches more, because that was the main focus of this. Yeah, very, very interesting. So, Dark now has 4 points, their first one of the season, and still has yet to win in a single format. Speaking of people that have yet to win in a single format, myself, what? I haven't won in my own format? What? No way. And I'm up against Electric? No way. But this is a really interesting match. There's just a lore between myself and the coach. I've only won 1 time against this coach. Out of, I think, before this match, 6 games, I want to say. Yikes. Pull collar. Yikes. But I felt a little bit more confident in this matchup. I can speak a lot to this matchup because I know my sets and I know how I played, how I think I could have played better, etc., etc. But Ogerpon just seems kind of crazy against a lot of teams. Yo, Ogerpon seems crazy against a ton of teams. And with this team in particular, I felt very comfortable just bringing it. I felt like it just had a really good matchup in general against a lot of teams, but like I said, especially this team. Really, Thundy is like the only one where I was like, or that in Iron Hands, I was like, I'll need some chip, or somebody else could probably take care of it. But yeah, I had to come up with some very weird sets. I like this team that I have a lot more than my other team. Yeah, Thundy was probably the mon I prepped for the most because that mon, it doesn't have that much flying coverage. I mean, it has like acrobatics, you will see, but it doesn't really have like a hurricane or an air slash or anything like that. So I wasn't too worried. Sludge Wave is what I was more worried about, and I was worried about it being clicked against my whole team. So I might be thinking, I think I'm thinking about it differently, but I had AV Amoonguss in one, and I do not think I brought that this time, but it was something I was definitely considering. But then I was like, I don't have any moves. There's no offensive moves I could bring that are like really solid besides Stomping Tantrum. And even then, it's like I'd rather just click Spore once and get a free switch into something. Serp, I really wanted to do like some like Glare set, but then I did some research. Glare does not affect electric types. Who would have thought? So that was off the board, and I had to come up with something. I made this team at work. It started like downpouring, and so I just made this team. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good. And I definitely should have prepped more for Rotom Heat and for this guy. But yeah, I was very surprised to see the Sandy Shocks. More Pekko. I have a friend who is alright. I have a friend who really loves Morpeko, so I am aware of Morpeko. I know what that beast can do. But yeah, I think I just led Amoonguss for a Spore. This is the matchup I wanted to, because I was like, Amoonguss is really good. But yeah. And then I think here I was like, I'm gonna make a play. I lied. I just clicked foul play again. And then they're just gonna start clicking Acro. I didn't really feel like I had a great switch in, so that's why I didn't do it. And I have Sash, Eggy with Trick Room to revenge kills. So that was kind of my. I was hoping it was my win con, but then I looked at my team and I was like, dude, I have no priority and I have no way to beat this Thundy. So I kind of had to sack it there, which kind of sucks. I played you will see, I played very passive this game, which is probably my #1 complaint. But yeah, this one's pretty free into the whole team, so I figured I'd go it and just click Stomping Tantrum, and it has ability shield. Which is something I forgot that ability. Or not ability, I forgot that item. I've never used that item. I just don't really understand how it works. And I was like, dog, is he hacking? He wasn't hacking. But like, is he? So unfortunate. But yeah, I brought this funny superior set. This was probably the only point in the game where I start like predicting and making reads. But yeah, it was just basic. Like, how do you beat this mon kind of ordeal, and there's really no way that they can reliably beat this mon without having to sack a couple of things, and that was kind of what I was going for. I wanted to just wear down this team. Probably should have not done this play. The poison doesn't really matter, but probably should not have done this play because now my switch-ins to this mon are pretty poor. After this moment, you know, there's not really anything I could go into, and nothing else can really take a hit. So, but this, as you will see, this upcoming whatchamacallit, poison, I don't think it truly mattered, but in the moment it was just like, okay, yeah, no, it's over. On a 10%er, but I've seen crazier stuff, I guess. But yeah, that's just gonna pick up the kill. Maybe I have more HP, maybe I live that move and I can leech seed and protect and do all that stally shit, but yeah, at this point in the game, there's not really much I could do, especially because Hearthflame does not have enough HP, or it doesn't. It's parried. If it wasn't parried, I think I'd be like, okay, I actually have a shot at this. But then I look at the Iron Hands and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I don't. Especially with the pair there. Stopping Tantrum probably does not kill, so unfortunate. This is a matchup I was very confident in, and to lose the singles is a little expected because my team is not that great on the singles. I think this team is way better, but it's still not that great on the singles side. But to lose was especially, I was kind of expecting it. Like I said, I'm 1-7 against this opponent, but unfortunate. Anyways, moving on, we have the VGC portion, and this side I was like, okay, we're just gonna do what I love best, and we're just gonna cook, we're just gonna win, we're just gonna do our thing, and that's gonna be that. I'm just gonna use VGC Menace over upon Hearthflame, and I'm gonna do my thing, and Pekko, Iron Hands lead against Ogre upon, I believe, Amunga Superior lead with the supportive Superior and the angry Ogrepon Hearthflame. So bring out Breaking Swipe because I feel like one of these guys is set up. Crazy. I mean, they both are, but like I thought this guy in particular was set up. I bring Amungus in. I know this has safety goggles, but at this point I was like, dog, I know you. I'm a smart draft league player. 5% of 10% of games. So, I make a crazy decision, and by crazy I mean awesome decision, and I click knockoff on this, and then I click, because I know they're gonna set up, because I know that, and then I click Spore, and then it's asleep. Yeah, Serp gets a lot of just random dragon moves. I mean, it probably should have been a dragon, but alas, it was not. So it gets like Pulse. Well, Coil's not a dragon type move, but it gets Breaking Swipe. It gets. I feel like it gets another dragon type move, but like it just randomly has the dragon type move. So Stopping Tantrum comes out, Breaking Swipe comes in, and it gets another turn of sleep. And at this point, I'm like, all right, I am just gonna get my kill here. This is gonna kill. It does. You know what? Isn't that crazy? A mon with 140 HP and 100 something defense dies, Twister, thank you, to a Helping Hand, Ogre Pawn, Stomping Tantrum. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Alright, let's keep that in the back of your mind. Keep that in the back of your mind. Because next, we have Morpeko, and we have Thundy T, everybody's least favorite mon. I Spiky Shield, I predict it's probably going to fake out into me again. Or something is going to be clicked into me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But we see Breaking Swipe. I don't want this Acrobatics to kill. And I'm like, I'm going to Helping Hand, I'm going to Ivy Cudgel. Brother, how does this not kill? How does this not kill? This is like equivalent to... This is literally a little bit stronger than a Stomping Tantrum. Okay, it's a little bit stronger on a similar bulky Pokemon. How is this a roll? This is a roll. I did the calcs afterwards because he was kind enough to say like, oh, I had a little bit of defense EVs into this, and I was like, okay. I had over 100. Dog, that's still a roll. It's still a roll. How? Ogerpon, you are fraud. You are fraud, big fraud. And what do you think happens after this? It gets Citrus Berry, it Volt Switches on me, breaks no Sash because I have the Hearth Flame, and then it kills me with Acrobatics. And at this point I was like, dog, I played out of my mind for like 5 of these turns, and played, I thought, pretty well, and to just literally to just lose to Frauderpon not picking up that kill, because if it picks up the kill, different story, right? Now I have this, and I have Ogerpon. I can Spiky Shield once, Protect once. This is already knocked off. I can Stomping Tantrum. Game's over. We don't need to think about this. But instead, now we lose. So yeah, it was just unfortunate. You definitely had the better prep here with the bulk up. I just did not think you'd bring it twice. I thought you were gonna bring Specs this time around, and you just didn't. So I was very surprised. But yeah, no, you definitely prepped way better than me, and definitely deserved this match. Yeah. But definitely a really, really great game. Great set of games. If I could say, without being without biasing at all. I think we both played very well in this game, and I think this was the best game of the week. I think both of these matches were the best games of the week, because we both brought some really interesting stuff. Unfortunately, Serp is on Fraud Watch as well, but yeah, very, very interesting matches. So 0-2 for me, and we have 2-0 for the Electric Team. So great stuff, great stuff. If you've been keeping track, there have been no ties, guys. Let's have a sit down. If you win one of your matches, you should be forced to draw the next match. You'd be forced to lose the next match. So moving on, we have another ogre. Why are there still more guys disappeared? Who's disappeared? Glamore and T-Tar, why do they hate them so much? What if well, I can't, because then that reveals their names. Alright, pretend I switched them and pretend they're back here. We have Sand up against Rock. I mean, this is just fate, right? I mean, they were gonna play each other eventually, but like, we have Sand teams up against another. Yeah, I think Ground just has this. I don't really... Ogerpon is outsped by like Scarf any of these guys. It's outsped by Excadrill in the sand. Ironhead is probably a kill. You set up rocks, this mon cannot do anything. There's one spinner, and you bring in Excadrill on it if it's AV. Drill, it's probably gonna live, and it's gonna KO you back. So I think as soon as Sand goes up, I feel like Ground should win this. I feel like they should win this. Why is Bulldoze out turn 1? Spikes, okay, there it is. And then now it's just sacking. Yep, just sack this mon, bring in Sand. That is exactly, that's what I would have done. Freeze is really unfortunate because they could have made a really aggressive play there. I think they should have made an aggressive play there. Um, that is interesting. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, okay. Knock on the is crazy. That's crazy. I mean, you have Ice Shard, right? That is what you're gonna do. You're gonna sack, bring in the Ice Shard guy, then pick up the kill. Glim comes out. You probably go Hippo first, and then I assume Drill. Mortal Spin's fine. Energy Ball comes out. Drill comes in with the balloon. Yeah, so it would have been very much safe. And at this point, well, no, because you have the Ogre Pawn, yeah. So if this gets the flinch, it's probably game. Did not get the flinch, so that is not game. So, I think that was definitely a misplay. I think this game is already being played very well, but under the tar. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Swine 09 is probably just gonna pick up or a combination of Swine and Lando are gonna pick up these final kills because there's no way in hell T-Tar lives. So Earth Power, if this is Sasha, probably lives. If this is Life Orb, it dies. So way too close of a game. It was Scarf. Yeah, I love Scarf Lando. I love Scarf Lando. And I was reading the wrong person's. I love Scarf Lando. It's my favorite Lando set. Because it does best of both worlds. Way too close. I think, like I said, I think the game plan here should have been just get up hazards, block spins, and then win the game. And I think that could have been done. I think they played, because Minior is also a concern, they played against that very well. Yeah, maybe it was Scarf Arcanine or something. But finally, we have Regi VGC. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, no, if it's Sandstream, T-Tar definitely lives that because it's an AV. But maybe we'll see Sandstream on this one. It is a nerd, and it's Scarf. Holy crap! What is this set? Holy crap! Okay, Breaking Swipe makes sense. Makes sense. Helping Hand, Explosion, Confuse Ray. Huh? Wait, this is what you said. Shell Smash Explosion with the normal jump. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. And then standard Ogre Pawn, bulky Ogre Pawn. I love it, or whatever. I don't know what you consider this. And then I don't really know how to use Glamor and VGC, so I think this is probably good. And then standard, non-standard. This is not in Tim. And then you have Ice Shard on here. You have probably Hippopotas coming in. Oh my god, it has Helping Hand. That's crazy. Ban this mod. You have Drill, standard, Sandrush. Drill is probably gonna win again because it's crazy. Sandiforce, Landorus, whoa, that is not what I was expecting to see. I would, yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh, it's physical. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense then. We have Krook, standard Krook, and standard Gligar. A lot of high horsepowers, I notice. I would have preferred to see some EQs, especially when you have Lando, but that's just me. So we see Gligar oh, this does not look good. Okay, well, this looks better because Ogerpon. Oh, this does not look good. I lied. I really lied. Lunge is crazy. But that is not great. Losing Lando or losing ammo turn 1. Brother, attack the Ogerpon. Attack the Ogerpon. What is going on? You have to play to not lose at this point. You can't make crazy reads. You have to play for a win, in my opinion. So, wow, what a productive turn. What a productive turn. Lunge, fine. get the T-spikes. I think those literally do not matter for this game. I would have loved to seen corrosion, but I don't even know what you would even bring for that. Lano Eye comes out. I'm assuming it's going to just click Earthquake in a second. Okay, well this just did. Yeah, it's gonna click it again. Yeah. And that is probably game. That is probably game. Unless I'm forgetting. Oh no, I am. These two mods come in, and then it's gonna be game because EQ kills this. Yeah. And now this is just gonna click. Tailwind, I don't think it kills. Yeah. So maybe it's gonna Ice Punch. Okay, it didn't. So, yeah, lunge is pretty cool. So, yeah, very boring. You guys need to lose more games. That's all I'm saying. If you win your first game, you should have to lose your second game. New rule. No, a lot more wins, or a lot of wins. Normal was on bye, so that's why you didn't see them. But yeah, shout out to all the coaches for getting all their matches in on time. That made my life a lot more easier, and I'm very sorry I'm getting this out on Wednesday. That was not my plan. I want to get this out on Tuesday. My plan is to get these all out on Monday so that I can work on the doc Tuesday, because I have work Wednesday through Sunday. If I had work Monday through, actually I think that would be worse. I think it's probably best case scenario, because I can film Monday and then update the doc Tuesday. But because I was a day behind and then a day behind again, I'm updating doc Thursday and doing this Wednesday. But yeah, that is gonna be that. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. There will be some very interesting schedule things for week 4. I know we're on week 3 now, but very interesting stuff coming up, so I hope you enjoy.